the journey of life. People often encounter difficult challenges, temptations, and obstacles. In the toughest moments, when all hope seems to have vanished, faith is lost, and the soul is overshadowed by darkness, there is one event the believers trust: the presence and power of God. Do not worry anymore, for the Lord will turn the situation around. This is not just a promise, but also an invaluable source of encouragement, a beacon of hope shining in each person's life. In the Bible, there are many stories of God's intervention in human life, from stories of forgiveness for the sinful to miracles performed to heal and save humanity. These stories are not just ancient pages, but also a source of inspiration, encouragement for everyone to believe in the power of God's limitless love and mercy. Life is not always smooth and easy. Sometimes we have to face challenges that we cannot solve on our own. But the most important thing is to never lose faith and hope in God. With strong faith and patience, we can overcome every difficulty. In our daily lives, sometimes we may encounter difficult situations, but do not worry, for God will never abandon us. He is always by our side, ready to help us overcome every challenge. Sometimes, God will provide solutions that we cannot imagine, completely changing the situation and leaving us out in difficult circumstances. It's not always easy to believe in this, especially when everything seems to be falling apart around us. But that's when we need to power strong faith in God more than ever, because in our weakness, God will be strong in our despair. He will bring hope, and in our desperation, He will open up a new path. Sometimes, waiting for God's intervention can be a great challenge. We want to see immediate change and do not want to wait. But every moment of waiting is an opportunity to cultivate patience and strengthen our faith in God. And when God works in our lives, the results are often beyond imagination. No matter how life goes, no matter how difficult it gets, God is always here and willing to help. Never give up faith and hope in Him, for the Lord will turn the situation around and lead us to better things than we ever thought. Moreover, in our tough journey, there are times when we feel powerless and weary, but that is when we need to remember God's promise. Don't worry. No matter how difficult the times we go through, God is still there, willing to be by our side, offering comfort and strength. Through our own experiences and the testimony of those around us, we see that God's compassion and mercy are limitless. He always has a good plan for our lives, even if we may not understand or see it clearly. Thank God. In every challenge, we never have to face alone. Because of His presence, we can face every difficulty, overcome every obstacle, and find solutions to every problem. We don't need to worry about tomorrow, for God has prepared everything for us in advance. Keep your faith and hope strong in your heart. Believe that everything happens as part of God's great plan, and that He will use everything to bring the best for us. So, no matter how many storms, no matter how many challenges life throws at us, do not worry, for God will turn the situation around and lead us to a peaceful shore. Every presence of God in our lives is a vivid testimony to the power of His love and boundless mercy. No matter what challenges we face, God is always willing to accompany us, help us overcome every difficulty. When the darkest moments or the soul is unvisioned by darkness, and faith in God not only brings comfort, but also serves as a strong motivation, propelling us forward in our journey. Even when we feel tired and helpless, never give up faith. God's power knows no bounds, and He is always by our side, ready to share the burden and provide solutions we could not have imagined. From the stories in the Bible, we learn that even the greatest sins can be forgiven and transformed by God's mercy. It's our great hope, a promise of a new and meaningful life. Remember, no matter how many difficulties and obstacles, God will never abandon us. Believe that in every challenge, we have the strongest companion, which is God, and at His presence nothing is impossible to overcome. Do not worry anymore. Continue to walk with faith and hope, for God will turn the situation around and bring the best for us. In conclusion, the journey of life was often fraught with challenges, trials, and moments of despair. There, amidst the darkness, there shines a beacon of hope, the unwavering presence and boundless love of God. Through the stories of forgiveness, miracles, and divine intervention found in the Bible, we are reminded of God's infinite mercy and compassion. These narratives serve not only as ancient tales, but as timeless sources of inspiration, guiding us to trust in the power of faith and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Life's trials may test our resolve, leaving us weary and uncertain. However, it is during these trying times that we must cling to God's promise. Do not worry, for He is ever present, offering solace and strength to weather any storm. With unwavering faith and patience, we can navigate through life's uncertainties, knowing that God's plan is unfolding, even when we cannot see its entirety. In our moments of weakness and doubt, we must remember that God's power knows no bounds. He is our steadfast companion, ready to lift us up and guide us through every challenge. Though the road may be long and arduous, we can take comfort in the knowledge that God is leading us towards a brighter future. As we continue our journey, let us hold fast to our faith, knowing that God's love will see us through every trial. Let us trust in His divine plan, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. For in every difficulty, there lies an opportunity for growth and renewal, a chance to witness the miraculous workings of God's grace. In the end, it is faith that sustains us, hope that propels us forward, and love that binds us to the eternal promise of God's goodness. So let us journey onward with courage and conviction, knowing that with God by our side, we are never alone. And though the challenges may be great, the rewards of faith are even greater.